Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and I'm so excited for today's video because today we're going to take a look at last month. I love doing a video at the beginning of each month, looking back at the last month of sales that I had on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, anywhere that I sold something. I like to look back, figure out how much I actually sold, look at how much my net profit was, my gross profit, and how many things I sold. And it's just a really good practice for me to look back and make sure that I have a good eye on what's happening in my business. And it's also really helpful for me to share that kind of information with you guys so that you guys can see how much I'm actually making. I'm very transparent here on YouTube, and also see what kind of brands are selling for me and what might actually sell for you too. So this is a look inside of what I sell each month as a full-time reseller, YouTuber, and I think it's going to be a great time. I've actually started sharing more what sold weekly videos, so I give a very detailed view of every single thing that I sell pretty much each week. I've been trying to get more into what sold videos. So this look at the month of September 22 is going to focus more so on my largest sales of the month. I'm going to share with you guys my top 10 sales of the month, but also all of the big numbers that everybody wants to hear. How much I actually sold, how much I actually made, how much I paid to make what I made. So let's jump into the video. It should be a fun one. If I'm looking at my phone, it's because my notes are all on the phone. So let's look at how much I actually made in September and break down all of the numbers. So before I started writing down everything that I made, I took a look back at September 2021 to see how much I made a year ago, back when I had just started reselling full time. And so I looked at September 2021, and that was a little bit of a sad shocker because I made more last year than I did this year, even though in my closet at this time last year, I had about 400, 500 active listings. And I just looked right before this video, and I have 900 active listings right now, but I'm making the same amount of sales, if not less than last year. So that is very sad. And I think that that is a commentary mostly on kind of the state of our economy right now, which is not great. And also a lot of things have changed with Poshmark's algorithm since last year, and that is my main selling platform. So that was a little disheartening. So if you are feeling a little disheartened as well, you are not alone. I'm definitely in that with you. But let's jump into what I sold this month. So September 2022, I sold things on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and then I had a few different direct sales. One thing from Facebook Marketplace, and then also a bundle of things to a viewer. So there is quite a bit to dig into. In total, my sales from all those different platforms came out to $3,203.08, which is not bad. I'm okay with that number. I wish that it was a little higher. Last month I had almost $5,000 in sales, but $3,200 is a pretty average month for me. I've been trying to get really accurate at getting like around $4,000 each month. That's been my goal. This one we fell a little bit short, but also I don't think a lot of that had to do with me. I think it's more so just the state of our economy. So even though I was working really hard, I felt like I wasn't seeing a ton of payoff for that, which was a little sad. But I made $3,200 in sales, which is still pretty good. And then majority of those sales came from Poshmark, where about $2,500 came from Poshmark. I only sold 2 things on Mercari for $70 in total. And then eBay, I sold almost $400 there. My direct sale to a viewer was $170, which is an amazing sale. And then I also sold $80 on Facebook Marketplace. So those are the things that contributed to my total sales. So my gross profit, so what I made after each platform took its fees or whatnot, was $2,525.63. So I lost about $700 to the different platforms and their fees, which is a little bit higher than normal. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, about some things I realized with eBay especially that I wish I would have known when I started off selling on eBay. And then from that, I looked at how many items I sold. I sold 90 items this month. And then 60 out of those 90 items are things that I picked up from the Goodwill bins, the Goodwill outlet, where I pay per pound and not per item. So I was paying roughly about $1 to $2 per item. So my cost of goods for all of those bins items and the other 30 items comes out to right around $156. So I sold 90 items I paid $156 for those items. And then, so my net profit, when I subtract my cost of goods, it was $2,369.63. So that's not bad. This is before taxes, but also that's a pretty good number. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm really hopeful that our economy is going to turn around here soon. I'm trying to be optimistic about it. It is hard when you see you doing more work and putting in more time and finding better items and still not making as much as you once did when you had less knowledge, less items. But it's okay. It's going to hopefully turn around. And I think this is just one of those things you just kind of have to stick it out with and ride through. So that's what I'm trying to do, and hopefully that will work out. But those are my overview numbers. The things that everybody, wants to know. What does it actually look like to resell? I would say that I am probably a good representation of a normal reseller, somebody that is not making $20,000 each month reselling online. I feel like that is not a super attainable thing. I feel like this is more attainable. You can totally do what I'm doing and resell like $3,000 a month. I hope that this makes you feel normal. I know that when I watch other YouTubers and they're like, oh yeah, I made $15,000 this month, but I paid like $12,000 for all of my different things that I bought. That doesn't always make me feel great. So I hope that this is a nice and relatable video for you guys. But now let's jump into my top 10 sales of the month. I've shared a few of these with you guys if you've been watching my what sold videos, but I'm gonna start with number 10 and then work my way up to my highest sale of the month. So sale number 10 was this pair of birdies. It was this Phoebe slipper that I found at a local thrift store for about $2. So it was a really good deal. This is my first time ever finding birdies in the wild. So these were a great pickup. And they sold on eBay. So with the cost of shipping included and everything like that, we sold these for $57.23. Now, this is something that I wish I would have known about eBay. I know eBay has a little bit lower of a take than Poshmark. I think they take about 10% from what you sell on them. But if you want to sell on them, a lot of people use their promoted listings feature. So you can promote your listing, and then when it sells, it's like an ad rate. They'll take that out of your profit. So I tried doing that with some of my listings, and I was absolutely shocked at how much money it kind of took away from how much I made. So from this $57 sale, I only made $38.56. So I lost almost half of my money to eBay and to shipping costs, which was not exactly ideal for me. So I don't know how I feel about the promoted listings. I don't know how I feel about eBay in general. I did sell quite a bit on there this month, but I also have had I've had a lot of hangups with eBay and with how they run stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions concerning promoted listings and concerning just eBay in general, I love reading your comments. They're very helpful to me. So I sold that one on eBay. And then number 9 was another eBay sale. So it was a flax 100% linen tunic with these buttons down the front. My first time ever finding flax as well. And this was a full price sale on eBay, which I think this is my first ever full price sale on eBay. This sold for $50. Then with shipping, my all-in price was $58.99. And from that, we made $43.33. So again, I feel like I lost a little bit more than I'm used to from them taking their promoted listing fees, but still a great sale, and I was really happy to see that go so quickly. I think I only had that up for a few days, maybe a few weeks before it sold, so I'll take that as a win. And then number 8 is actually 2 different pieces that both sold for $60. So the first thing was this pair of shoes. They were a Tory Burch Patos strappy sandal. So $60 for a sandal is a great sale in my mind. I picked these up at a local thrift store for less than $5. I think they were like $3 or $4. And they sold for $60 on Poshmark. So we made $48 after Poshmark took its fees. And the other thing that sold for $60 was also a Poshmark sale. It was this Eileen Fisher denim jacket for $60. We made $46.28. I must have sent a discounted shipping offer on that. And this was a piece that I believe I got for free actually in a bag from a friend of my mom's who was cleaning out a garage sale. Anywho, I don't think I paid anything for that. So that was a really good sale. Those were number 8. And then number 7 was another Tory Burch sale. I feel like I've been selling a lot of Tory Burch shoes lately, and they've been doing really well for me. So I'm always on the lookout for Tory Burch shoes. But these were the Tory Burch Salinas Mules, and these were absolutely gorgeous. But again, I sold these on eBay. The all-in price was $64.09. At the end of the day, I made $38.50. I made $10 less, even though I sold it for $5 more than my last sale. So just again, my frustrations. I have a gripe with eBay. I'm still figuring it out. It's very difficult. I feel like the learning curve for eBay is so much higher than it was for Poshmark. And I'm just not an expert on it yet. But, you know, we'll get there. But that was something that made me want to puke a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, I lost so much money on that sale. Oh. So maybe I'll stop trying to promote my listings. Tell me what you guys think. But my number 6 sale is something that I looked at this month and I said, why is that listed so high? I dropped the price and within a day it sold. So it was this bins pickup, which is this Polo Ralph Lauren camouflage crew neck sweatshirt. It was super cool. It was gray and black. It was a nice neutral camouflage piece. Camo is always popular. And this was a men's piece. I had it listed at $100, I think. I lowered it to what, 65 or 75, and then I think it sold outright at $65. So from the $65, we made $52, and that's a bins pickup. So I paid maybe $1 for that sweatshirt, and then we made $50 off of it. So a great sale. Very happy with that pickup. And the next piece, number 5, was also a bins pickup, and I was so obsessed with this very cute Halloween sweater. I wish I would have taken a picture in it before I sold it, but it was this vintage, like, hand knit Halloween cardigan. It said trick or treat on it. It had candy all over it. It was absolutely so special. And I believe that one of my viewers bought this from me in a bundle on Poshmark. So thank you so much if that was you. She bought this one in another fall cardigan and then also a Madewell top. And so it was a really good bundle and she got some really cute pieces. But this piece was the most expensive. I listed this high because I knew it was so special. And then in the bundle with my discount, this sold for $67.12. So we made $53.70 from that sale after Poshmark took its fees, which means I made about $52 off of that sweater. And I'm really excited that she loved it so much. So I hope that I get to see some Instagram pictures of her in that very soon, but I just thought that was precious. And then sale number 4 was this Coach Convertible clutch bag. I just shared about this recently. I picked it up and it sold within a day or two for almost full asking price. I sold it for $72, made $55.88, and I picked that up at the local thrift store for less than $5, I believe. So that was a great turn. And also, the vintage Coach purses are just so beautiful. They have so much good character, and the clasps on the side that hooked on to the crossbody strap were so cool. Like, they were so old looking. It was just a gorgeous black bag that was in great shape with great leather and really cute gold accents. So that was a great pickup. And that sold very quickly. So then sale number 3 was something that Jeremy sold. So good for Jeremy. Yay, we love to see it. He sold this pair of vintage Rockies jeans. These were a really cool pair of high-waisted vintage jeans that had all these different little like silver studs on them, or maybe grommets. I think it's studs. They were really cool and they were like kind of in a Western style. I feel like Western has really been having a moment back on the scape of fashion. So these, I think we had listed at $100 because the comps for vintage Rockies jeans were really high. So we listed it at $100 and then he got an offer for $75 and took it. So we made $60 after Poshmark took its fees, but I got those at a local Goodwill for I think $5.99. So $6 into $60 profit is very good in my book. I'm very happy with that for sure. And then our number 2 sale was a pair of Hokas. I picked these up not with the intention of selling them for an amazing amount, just because I like to sell Hokas. But then I found out that this was an Outdoor Voices collab. If you find Hokas with the Outdoor Voices collab pieces, those are generally worth more than just regular Hokas. And this was in this mist color, so like a light blue, which is also very sought after from their collab. So I had these listed high. I think I listed about $100, and then somebody accepted an $80 offer on these, and they were also a really good size. They were, I think, a women's size 10. When they sold for $80, and we made $62.28. So I paid about $4 or $5 for those shoes, and then we made about $60 off of them. So again, very happy with that sale. And I love finding things for great prices and then being able to sell them for a very good amount. Well, hello, sweet boy. Do you know that I'm filming? Do you love coming and seeing me filming, buddy? Who's a good boy? So then my number one sale this month is something that Jeremy sold on his Poshmark. It was a pair of Dojo Jeans from 7 for All Mankind. I love selling this style of jeans, and they always sell really well for me, right around $80, $90, $100. And they usually sell really quickly. So we actually both of us got different offers on these jeans on different sites, all within the same day, but he sold them first for $85, and we made $68 after Poshmark took its fees. So these were actually in a size 25, which I thought when I picked it up, I was like, this is gonna be a harder sale because they're smaller. I thought it would take longer for them to sell because that was a smaller size, but they actually sold in a pretty good amount of time. And also, even though they were small, they still sold for that full price that we were asking for. So an $85 sale, not bad. And that was our highest sale this month. I feel like I've sold a lot of things lately for over $100, a couple $100. So I feel like it was a very, not humbling, but just kind of a good month to sit back and say, you know what, even if I sell tons of things for around $50, 40, 30, they all add up over time. So we still had a great month of sales, even though I didn't sell anything for over $100 this month. So hopefully that's encouraging to you guys as well. But those were my highest sales. That was the look at my month. I also had lots of sales for very small amounts as well. But again, like I said, they all add up. But I hope that you found this video helpful or entertaining. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out so much. Also, if you're not already subscribed, I am this close when I'm filming this to 6,000 subscribers. So if you guys are not already subscribed and have been enjoying my content, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your guys' sales looked like this last month down in the comment section. Or if you sold something really exciting, I would love to hear about it. Let me know down there for sure. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.